Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Crochet with Vicki Jo. I'm glad you all could join me today. Hope you're having a great day. It's pretty nice here in Arizona this morning. So I wanted to come on here and do a tutorial with you today. I found this pattern, stitch pattern. It was pretty nice. I thought it was really nice. I think it would really be pretty mixed with maybe other stitches and put into a blanket or something like that. I'm sure there's several things you could make with that, but anyhow, this is it right here. I thought it was pretty nice. Pretty simple pattern, so if you're new to crochet, which I know some of my followers are, it's pretty easy. I'll try and go slow, show you how to do this. Now I found this stitch in a book that I have, and it's called, I don't know if you can see that, probably have it upside down, but it's the Big Book of Crochet Stitches. They have several stitches in here that you can mix and match and just make, I'm gonna leave it like that, and just make different things, different projects. But anyhow, so this is what I'm going to do today. I know I haven't been on here for a while. I've had been busy the last couple of days. I've had to go with my husband to have some more tests done. I mentioned in one of my past videos that he was having issues with his heart, and so yesterday and today we had to go and do a chemical stress test on him, and so now we just have to wait and see the results. So keep us in prayer, and we'll just see how it goes. But other than that, everything else is going pretty good here. I'm finally over COVID. I feel really good today. So let's get started on this tutorial. And I just want to mention, if you like the video today, the content, and you haven't subscribed, please do so today. It really helps me out if you subscribe and like my channel, like it, and give me a thumbs up. Those of you that are returning, that have already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I hope that you really enjoy today and that you try and make something with this stitch. Like I said, it's pretty easy and it's different. They have two different names for it, crosses and arches, and the other one is cross stitch. So I sort of mixed them up a little bit. Starting out, I started with I think it goes this way, with the chain stitch, and then I believe the next row I did half double crochets, which is from the other stitch pattern, and then I went into the crosses and arches and picked it up from there and finished the rest. But let me show you what I'm talking about. And I apologize in advance if I get out of screen, because it's very easy to do when you cannot really see your hands, what you're crocheting. So sometimes I go way over here or I'm down here, and I'll try and stay inside today. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start by making a slip stitch. Everybody does theirs differently. This is how I do mine. Well, let me do that again. Okay, I think I was off the screen there. So I just pull mine like that. But it doesn't matter as long as you get a slip stitch on your hook. And now this is going to be a multiple of 4 plus 3. So we're going to chain 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 to however long you need your project to be. When you get to that length, then you're going to add 3. Okay, very important that you don't forget that 3 on there, okay? So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to do 24 chains, and then I'm going to add 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now I am going to skip the first 2 stitches. 1, you never count this one that's on your hook, so the next one is 1, 2, and in this chain right here, I'm going to put a double crochet. Okay, that's 1 double crochet. In case you're new here and you're just learning how to crochet, I'll do the next one slow for you. You're going to put a double crochet in every stitch across to the end. Okay, so you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook. You're going to go into that next chain, and then you're going to grab your yarn, pull it through. Now you have 3 chains on your hook, and you're just going to grab your yarn and you're going to pull it through all 3. Okay, that's a half double crochet made, and you're going to do this all the way to the end. Okay, yarn over, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. Wrap your yarn, go into the next chain, grab your yarn, pull up a loop, wrap or draw through all 3 chains on your hook. Yarn over, go into that next chain, grab your yarn, pull up a loop. You have 3 on your chain, on your hook, grab your yarn, pull through all 3. Okay, so you're going to repeat that. I'll work slow, so if you're new, you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now when I do stitch tutorials, I don't like to hurry it. I like to work slowly for those that are new to crochet, because I know how frustrating it can be when you cannot keep up with the person that's doing the tutorial. Those of you that are experienced crocheters, you know what you're doing, you know how to work a double crochet or a half double crochet, you can fast forward. But I'm going to work slow, and I'm going to put a half double crochet all the way to the last chain space. Okay, wrap your yarn, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3. Okay, half double crochet made. Go into the next chain, and then the next chain. Then we're going to do the next chain almost at the end. Okay. Now I'm demonstrating this tutorial with the same yarn that I showed you in the pattern. This right here, it's the same color, the same yarn. It's the Just Yarn. Can you see that? Just Yarn. And it's 100% acrylic. So we got to the end, okay, of our first row, and then we are going to chain 3. You're just going to grab your yarn, pull through the first chain, that's 1. Grab your yarn, pull through that loop, there's 2. Grab your yarn, pull through that loop, there's 3. Chain 3. Okay, then you're going to turn your work. You're going to start working back down from what you had just done. Okay, so the second row you're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Now this chain 3 is a double crochet. Whenever they use, say, a chain 3 or a chain 2, normally you're not going, it's going to be your first stitch, okay, in your next row. So we're not going to put anything in this stitch right here, because this counts as the first double crochet. So we are going to skip that next, or skip, I'm sorry. We double crochet, we turned our work, so now we're going to double crochet in the next stitch right here. Okay, double crochet. And then we're going to skip the next stitch, and we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. So this stitch right here, we're not going to put anything here. We're going to skip over to the next one, and we're going to put a double crochet. Then we're going to double crochet in the skipped. See, this is the one we just skipped. So we're going to yarn over, and we're going to come back into that stitch and work. Put your hook down, grab your yarn, and pull it up. See, you have 3 stitches or loops on your hook. Grab your yarn, pull through the first 2, grab your yarn, pull through the last 2. You just worked a cross stitch. Okay, this is a cross stitch. Okay, so after you do the skip, after you put a double crochet in the skip stitch, you're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, now this is the 2 stitches we just worked in, so you don't want to put your hook in there. You want to go to this next one over here, and you're going to do a double crochet. Then the next one, you're going to do another double crochet. And then you're going to go back and you're going to skip the next stitch. You're going to repeat it now. You're going to skip this one. You're going to put a double crochet into that next stitch. Okay. Out of frame. And then you're going to put a double crochet in this stitch right here that we just skipped. So yarn over and come back. Put a double crochet. Pull it up. And put a double crochet in that stitch. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So you're going to come over here and you're going to put a double crochet in this stitch and then a double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, get my yarn from tangling all up, and you're just going to repeat this all the way to the end. Okay, and you're going to skip a stitch. This one here you're going to skip. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into that next space right here, the chain, and you're going to work a double crochet. Okay. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to come back into this space right here that you just skipped, that chain, and you're going to grab your yarn, you're going to pull up a loop, and you're going to go through the first 2 loops, yarn over, go through the last 2 loops. Okay. So now you just did a cross stitch. So now we're going to put double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, after you work that the cross stitch, you're going to double crochet in the next 2. So that's 1, and then here's 2. Double crochet in the next 2. Then you're going to skip this one right here, and you're going to double crochet in the next one. Okay. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to come back into this skip stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. See, you just made a cross stitch. So the way this pattern is, it's 2 doubles, a cross stitch. 2 double crochets, a cross stitch, 2 doubles, a cross stitch, 2 doubles, a cross stitch. So if you look at this and you see only one of these in the middle, 1 double crochet, then you did something wrong. So you need to go back and check your work. Okay, so now we're going to work a double crochet, and then we're going to work a double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to skip this stitch and we're going to work a double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to come back into that skip stitch and we're going to work a double crochet. Okay, now we're going to double crochet again, double crochet in the next, and we're going to skip a stitch and we are going to double crochet in that last stitch. And then we're going to come back and double crochet. Okay. And let's see, I am going to end this with a double crochet in that last stitch. Okay, which doesn't make sense. Let me see. I feel like I'm off somewhere. Let me see what I did here. Okay, no, that's correct. Okay, so now we're going to move to row 3. In row 3, we are going to, well, first we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work. And then in row 3, we are going to single crochet in each stitch across. So you're going to start it in this first stitch right here. You're going to put a single crochet. The next stitch, a single crochet. And you're going to do this all the way across till you get to the end. Just single crochets. Remember, a single crochet is you put your hook in that space in that chain, you grab your yarn, pull up a loop, grab your yarn, or wrap around it, yarn over, however you want to say it, and you're going to pull through both of those stitches or loops on your hook. And you're just going to do this all the way across. Okay? All the way to the end. Those are my neighbor dogs, if you can hear them. They have little dogs next door, and they put them out to go to the restroom, and when the dogs are done and they're ready to come back in, they run to the door and they just start yelling like that and barking and making all this noise really loud. And they'll do it for quite a while until the neighbor opens the door and lets them in. It's funny. Funny how they do that. So we hear that throughout the whole day because she'll let them stay out there for a while. And they'll just be howling and barking and just making all kinds of noise. So we have our chain 3 here. We're going to go into the top of that chain 3 and put another single crochet. Okay, so you just completed row 3. Now we're going to chain 3, which counts as the first double crochet, and we're going to turn our work. Okay, now we're in row 4. We're going to double crochet in the next stitch, not this one. Remember, we already have one here. We're going to go into this next stitch and we're going to double crochet, and then we're going to chain 2 and we're going to skip 2, which is 1, 2, and we're going to double crochet in that third chain. Okay, and we're going to double crochet again into this next chain. Okay, double crochet again, and then we're going to chain 2 and we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to double crochet into that next stitch, and we're just going to repeat this all the way to the end. Chain 2, we're going to skip 2 and we're going to double crochet into that third chain, chain 2. Wait, I think I went wrong there. Double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet. Okay, I did that wrong. I forgot to do the second double crochet. See how easy it can be to mess up. So you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to chain 2, you're going to skip 2, double crochet into that third chain, double crochet into the next chain. Okay, and then you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and then in that third chain you're going to put a double crochet, and you're going to put a double crochet in the next chain. You're going to chain 2 and you're going to skip 2, skip, and then you're going to put double crochet in that third one and then a double crochet in the next one. Okay, and you're going to chain 2, you're going to skip, and you're going to put a double crochet into that last chain, and then you're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. Actually, we should have 2 there. I'm going to put in this top of this chain 1 space, I'm going to put another double crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn my work. See, now you have 2 double crochets here, and you have 2 double crochets ending here. See, you want the ends to be the same. So if you got to the end of your row and you only have 1 chain left to put in the double crochet, say you're here at the end of your row and you only have enough room for this one, then I would just go to the next chain and I would put a second one in there because you want them to stay equal. If you don't, your pattern's not going to turn out. Okay, so then we are on our last row, row 5. We're going to single crochet in the first 2 stitches. A chain 1 does not count as a stitch, so we're going to put our first stitch into that, our first single crochet into that first stitch. And then we're going to put another single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so there's your single crochet in the first 2 stitches. Then you're going to 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space. This is your chain 2 space, so you're going to put 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 2, which is this one here, 1, and a single crochet there in the next 2. And then you're just going to repeat that. 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space, single crochet in the next 2 double crochets. Okay, so you're going to put 2 single crochets in this chain 2 space. Okay, and then you're going to put a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Now you're going to put 2 more single crochets. Then you're going to put a single crochet, 1 in the top of each of those 2 stitches. Then you're going to put 2 double crochet. Oh, that was a double crochet. You're going to put a single crochet and a single crochet in this chain 2 space. And you have these double crochets right here. You're going to put a single crochet in the top of each one. Okay. And then a chain 2 space, you're going to put 2 single crochets. I hope I'm explaining this correctly to you and that you can understand it. And then in these next 2 double crochets, you're going to put a single crochet in the top of each one. In my description below, I put my email in there. So if at any time you don't understand something that I'm doing, please just send me an email and I will rectify that for you. Okay, and then you're going to have these last 2 double crochets. You're going to put a single crochet in the top of each one. Okay, now you just completed row 5. Okay, and so now all you're going to do is repeat rows 2 and 5 for however long you need your pattern to be. So I am going to go ahead and do one more set with you. So you're going to chain 3 and you're going to turn your work. Remember, this chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. So then you're going to go back in, you're going to double crochet in the next stitch, which is going to be this stitch, okay, which is going to be the top. Well, you have this double crochet and then you have a single, then you have this double crochet the prior row, then you have a single. So you want to work in the top of those 2 singles. Okay, now so now we are going to skip the next stitch and we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to double crochet in this stitch. Okay, and now we are going to double crochet in this skip stitch. So you're going to go back, put your hook down into the stitch, grab your yarn, pull up a loop, grab your yarn, pull through the first two, and then grab your yarn, pull through the last two. Okay, so now you made a cross stitch. Okay, now you're going to double crochet in the next two stitches. So here's one, and here's two. And you want to be careful not to double crochet in this space right here, because I think it'd be easy to do. But remember, this first stitch we put is here, and then we crossed over and came back here. So remember that. Try to remember not to put that next double crochet in that space. So we did our 2 double crochets, and now we're going to skip the next one, and we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we're going to skip this stitch here, and we're going to double crochet in this stitch. And now we're going to double crochet in that stitch that we just skipped. Okay, and after you double crochet there, you're going to put 2 double crochets, one each, in the next 2 stitches. So here's 1, and here's 2. Okay, now we're going to skip a stitch, and we're going to go into that next stitch and put a double crochet. Now we're going to put another double crochet back over here into the skipped stitch. So you're working one behind, backwards. Okay, now you're going to put a double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and you're just going to repeat this all the way to the end of your project, whatever you're going to make. Then you're going to skip the next double crochet and put a double crochet in the next, or single crochet I mean. Now we're going to go back and put a double crochet in that skip stitch. Okay. Now we are going to work 2 double crochets, one in each stitch. Okay, and now we are going to skip a stitch, and we're going to put a double crochet in that next stitch. Now we're going to go back and put a double crochet in that skipped stitch. Now we're going to put a double crochet in the next 2. Okay, now we're going to skip this stitch and put a double crochet here, and now we're going to go backwards and where we skipped that stitch and put a double crochet in it. And now we're going to put a double crochet in the last 2 stitches. Okay, there you go. So remember, you want to have your 2 stitches in the front and 2 stitches in the back. So let me just repeat that row for you. So we started off with a chain 3, which was our first, let's see if I can, okay, we started off with a chain 3. That was our first double crochet. So then we're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch, which is right here. So now you have 2 double crochets. Then you were going to skip a stitch, and you're going to put a double crochet in that next stitch. Okay. Then you're going to double crochet, and you're going to wrap your yarn over, and you're going to go back into this stitch right here that we skipped and work a double crochet. Okay. Now we're going to come over here, and we're going to put 2 double crochets, one there and one there. And then we're going to work the cross stitch again. That means we're going to skip a stitch, and we're going to put a double crochet, and then we're going to come back and we're going to work into that skipped stitch. And you're just going to repeat this across. So you're going to have 2 double crochets, and then you're going to have a skip stitch or a cross stitch, 2 double crochets, and then a cross stitch. And you're just going to keep repeating that all the way to the end. 2 double crochets, a cross stitch, and you're going to end up with 2 double crochets at the end of your row. Okay, so you're just going to repeat from rows 2 through 5. You're going to repeat. So then on row 3, all you're going to do is chain 3. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You're going to turn your work. Oh, sorry about that. That was chain 1 and turn your work. Okay, so row 3, you're going to chain 1 because we're going to work single crochets all the way across. Whenever you're going to work single crochets, you normally will do a chain 1 when you turn your work. In that very first space right here, we're going to work a single crochet, and we're just going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of the row. Okay, and remember, a single crochet is you put your hook in the space, you grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, and pull through both stitches at once. Okay, and that's a single crochet. So you're going to keep doing that all the way across. I'm going to try and go slow so you can see what I'm doing here. For those of you that are beginners to crochet, to us that have been crocheting for a while, a single crochet is so simple. But to you that are beginning, it could be very difficult. So that's why I'm going to go real slow so you can see how I'm making this stitch. If you have any questions at all, you can ask me in comments, or you can email me your question and I'll get back to you on that. I'm pretty good at answering or getting back to you with your comments, or I just give you a heart. So then you have this chain 3 here. You're going to go into the top one and you're going to put your last single crochet. Okay, so that was row 3. So row 4, now you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to turn your work. And then on row 4, we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Not this one, remember, because it's a double crochet. Chain 3 equals a double crochet. We're going to go over to the next stitch and do a double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and we're going to work a double crochet in that third stitch. Okay, and then we're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 2, 1, 2, and we're going to double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Okay. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and that third stitch we're going to put a double crochet, and we're going to put another double crochet in the next stitch. And that's all you're going to do for row 4. Chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochets, or 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, you're going to chain 2. Always chain 2 after you put the 2 double crochets, or that's going to throw you off. Skip 2, a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Chain 2, skip 2, then you have 2 double crochets left. You're going to put 1 double crochet in the last 2 double crochets. Okay, now you just completed row 4. You're going to chain 1 and you're going to turn your work. Now row 5, you're going to single crochet in the first 2 stitches, then you're going to put 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space, and then you're going to single crochet in the next 2 double crochets, and you're just going to repeat that. 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space, single crochet in the next 2 double crochets, and you're going to do that all the way across. Okay, so you're going to single crochet in the first 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Now you're going to put 2 single crochets in this chain 2 space. Okay. Now you're going to put a single crochet in the top of each of these chain or double crochets, and then you're going to put 2 singles in the chain 2 space. Okay, and you're going to put a single in the top of your double crochet and a single in the top of your next double crochet. Then you're going to put 2 singles in the chain 2 space, and you're just going to repeat this all the way across. Okay, a single, and then 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space, and then a single and a single, and then 2 single crochets in the chain 2 space. Then you're going to put a single and a single, and you're going to put 2 singles in that chain 2 space. And then you have 2 left. You have your double crochet here, and you have your chain 3. So you're going to put a single in the top of each one of those. Okay, and then that's the end of row 5. So this is your pattern, and you're going to repeat this. You're going to repeat rows 2 through 5 until you get the length of the project that you're making. And then what I do to try and get this matched up, we just put the single crochet. We are going to do double crochets. So we're going to chain 2, turn our work, pull this yarn out some, I'm just looking at how I had done this. Okay, so we're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch, which is here, and we're going to put a half double crochet in each stitch across. Okay, remember the half double crochet? You yarn over, go into the stitch, pull up a yarn, yarn over, and pull through all 3 stitches. That's a half double crochet. Okay. And you're just going to repeat this half double crochet in every stitch across your pattern or your project or your row. Okay, so we're all the way at the end. Just worked my last double or half double. I keep forgetting what that is. Okay, and I believe that you can chain 1, turn your work. I'm sorry, chain 2 and turn your work, and you can do another row of half double crochets, You can actually do this. You can end this however you want to end this, to just try and get it to match how you started. Mine's probably going to be off a little bit because I started with the half double and then I went in with the double crochets. I probably should have done a row of double crochets and then a row of half double crochets, so I'm sort of doing this backwards. Actually, I'm doing 2 rows of half double crochets, but I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not matching like I should be. I don't want to rip it back out though and redo it. So when you're working your project, whatever you're going to make, if you're going to make a blanket, a scarf, whatever you choose to make with this pattern, try and end your pattern the way you started your pattern so you can keep it balanced off, if that makes sense. Like if you started your first row with a single crochet and maybe your second row was a half double crochet, make sure, however when you finish that last row, that you're going to do the next couple of rows, or however many, to match what you had just done, if that makes sense. Okay? That way it'll stay evened. And there you go. Okay? Keeps it sort of evened up right there. Not too bad. See that? I think that's very pretty. And like I said, this is called crosses and arches, or you can, it's just a cross stitch. Very pretty. Anyhow, if you have any questions on this demonstration here, this tutorial, please put it in comments or email me. I do put my email in the description below, and I will get back to you with the answer as soon as I possibly can. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you are enjoying your day. Hope it's a nice day wherever you're at. And please remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and share if you can. And give me a comment. Have a great day. And remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye for now.